product portfolio, updates regarding the wireless products, both indoor, outdoor access points, and then the VPN router, gigabit VPN router. So Microvillage has been a value-added distributor for the last 22 years. We started our operations in the year 1996, and we have brought in cutting-edge technologies into India and made them successful. Grandstream is one such find, and our association with Grandstream goes back till the year 2004. We brought them into India in the year 2004. Microvillage is headquartered in Bangalore and has 9 branch offices across the country. We also have our Singapore subsidiary from where we do business in the Southeast Asian region. And we also do dollar transactions and high sea sales through our Singapore office. Microvillage solutions today, the solutions that we take to the market are a perfect fit for small and medium businesses. Our solutions also find a fit for enterprise class requirements, the large corporates. We've given multiple, solutions on voice and video to educational institutions, hospitals and hospitality sector, the hotels, the resorts. Our solutions find a perfect fit with upcoming call centers, small contact centers as well, and of course, the internet service providers. This has been the backbone of our business. We work very closely with all the leading ISPs right from our inception in 1996. In the last 4 to 5 years, our solutions have been finding huge traction among the healthcare, the hospital, the small hospitals and the healthcare sector, and then the upcoming, segment where real estate, because of the boom, most of the products that we represent find huge requirements in the real estate segment as well. In terms of services, we are a completely indirect go-to-market company, which means we sell our products and services only through channel partners, authorized channel partners. Today, roughly, we work with about 400 channel partners across the country. And when these partners come back to us for service or additional services related requirements, we help them with extended warranty. We help them with consultative support, so audits, voice audits, network consultancy. This is something that we help provide to our partners. Network support and network supply and installation, which is the one-time installation support, or if it's a large greenfield project, we help design the solution for our partners. This is a partial list of our clients: BSNL, the Union Bank of India, Infosys, Britannia, Wipro. You name the big companies, and we have serviced requirements through our authorized partners. A bit of introduction about Grandstream, our principal, our OEM. So Grandstream was founded in the year 2002. Currently, they have more than 500 employees worldwide, and Grandstream is extremely popular in the mid-market segment worldwide. Today, they are venturing into uncharted territory, including the enterprise space. They have products and solutions which can basically meet requirements of enterprises today. So in short, if I have to say how Grandstream is positioned, Grandstream is, for example, like the Cisco of the mid-market segment. Very strong products, very robust solutions, and these products and solutions do not fail. So the mid-market vouchers for Grandstream across the world. We also believe that over the years, Grandstream has come up with a very comprehensive product folio, and it is kind of a one-stop shop for all voice and video solutions that the market requires today. In terms of running into the product portfolio of Grandstream, Grandstream started off as a company making ATAs. So today we have solutions starting from single port ATAs to 48 port gateways. Then we have entry, middle, and enterprise level IP phones. Most of these IP phones are SIP supporting IP phones, and our partners give complete solutions to mid-market and enterprise customers. Even in certain scenarios, the call manager or the PBX could be Avaya, it could be NEC, it could be Unify or Cisco, but the IP phones of Grandstream are preferred. Uh, Grandstream also has a wide range of video phones. With the most popular ones are the ones with the 4-inch and the 7-inch display screen. These are Wi-Fi supporting phones as well. So they find a huge traction in the enterprise class customers and in the real estate segment as well. Grandstream has also come up with a very strong IP PBX portfolio, a family of products starting from very uh, from 6202, which can address very small office home office requirements, to the topmost model UCM 6510, where you can have more than 2000 users configured and connected onto it, and this can be further enhanced by stacking up further units in case the number of users are higher. So 6510 incidentally also supports high availability. So there is a HA blade using which we can support critical requirements of enterprise class customers. Today, while we have assembled here to speak about the networking products of Grandstream, which we will discuss in detail, the wireless access points and the VPN gigabit router. Grandstream also has a very good video conferencing product family, starting with three-way conferencing, and then the nine-way conferencing device, and then the point-to-point device, which has been newly video conferencing device, which has been newly introduced, the 3210. Uh, all this is backed up solidly by a strong cloud-based offering also, which we will discuss on the call today. Going further, where are these products used? So the slide that you have in front of you represents a typical enterprise class requirement where you have a main office or a corporate office. This office is connected to multiple branch offices, and then you also have remote workers or very small office or remote workers getting connected to the branch office. So if you look at the picture in front of you, you would notice that the Grandstream products find a requirement or find a place for every requirement that comes up in either the corporate office or the branch office or the remote office. A couple of points that I want to highlight to you is in the remote offices or even in the branch offices, the Grandstream DECT phone solution could be uh, a major requirement. This is something that many of our partners position, and this removes the pain point of customers as far as connectivity is concerned, where there is a small office and there are adjoining buildings. So these DECT phones can be configured as extensions, and the connectivity, the voice communication can be ensured. In terms of access control and security, you see in either the reception lobby a Grandstream IP surveillance camera being used. Similarly, uh, higher model GXP 3611 IRHT being used at the main office, and the entire thing monitored on a web user interface, GSurf. So we have assembled here to speak about or to talk about the networking solutions of Grandstream. So as you see there in front of you, there are the circular round device is the entry level access point from Grandstream, and the long device that you see next to it is the LR or the long range point-to-point or point-to-multipoint solution from Grandstream, access point from Grandstream. And the box type device, the black device that you see, is the VPN router. So let's talk about GWN 7610. This is the enterprise class wireless access point from Grandstream. This product works at a range of 175 meters, can have up to 16 SSIDs configured, and this works on a MIMO concept, MIMO technology concept. So what is MIMO? MIMO is using a combination of multiple signals to gain knowledge of the communication channel. So this is the intelligence that is built into the device, and by using this spatial dimension of communication link, MIMO system, it achieves significantly higher data rates than CISO, or the single input, single output concept, that was a technology concept that was there earlier. So the point that we want to spell out to all of you is that you can you can have a high level of throughput achieved through the GWN 7610, and so this is up to 1.75 Gbps. The other unique feature that comes in along with Grandstream access points is the anti-theft lock, or the Kensington lock, that is that comes along with the device. So this can be used for anti-theft protection. Usually, when these are when such solutions are installed at say cinema halls or any other public places, there is a big chance of these devices getting stolen, and then the customers taking it and using it, wherever they want. So because of this Kensington lock, this safeguards the network related data or history that is there within the access point, and this becomes completely useless if it is taken outside of the network. This device can actually work as a controller as well, and it can have over 250 concurrent clients connected to it. It also supports all the advanced Wi-Fi security requirements, including WEP, WPA2, PSK, and then WPA2 Enterprise. So, in short, this is very, very competitive when to the likes of similar models from Netgear, from Ruckus, and from Aruba. Let's now look at the GWN 7600. This is a mid-tier wireless access point from Grandstream. This supports Wave 2 as a technology. It supports a range of 165 meters, and this also works on 2 into 2 bar 2 MIMO concept. The Kensington lock point that I described to you is also available on this particular device. This access point also works as a controller, and this can actually have over 450 concurrent clients connected to it. We can get a throughput of 1.27 Gbps, and the embedded controller, when used as an embedded controller for auto discovery, it can also do auto provisioning and effective management of up to 30 GWN, either 7610 or 7600 access points. So this is the point that I try to highlight as far as the uniqueness of Grandstream access points are concerned. So one of these access points can be configured as a controller, and using the web user interface, this gives any user an opportunity to provision, configure, and manage the entire network. So how this is relevant? This is relevant to customers because no special training or no separate skill is needed to actually either configure them or maintain them. Customers can simply buy this device and start using it from day one, and it doesn't really call for skilled training to manage it. And this can also work greatly for existing Wi-Fi network deployments. So if the customer has got a hybrid network where he's using access points from other makes, he can definitely look at Grandstream 7600 or 7610 to coexist in a hybrid network. We now come to the long-range wireless access point solution, or the long-range outdoor solution from Grandstream. This is called GWN7600LR. So this is a longish device. This is how it looks, and this is a very powerful device, very strong device. Like 7610, this also supports Wave 2, and this supports up to 450 Wi-Fi clients and a throughput of 1.27 Gbps. 300 meters is the coverage area. So 300 meters in today's time is a very good range to deliver superior device mobility. It works on 2x2 MIMO technology. Since this is an outdoor unit, Grandstream Engineering has taken all care to ensure that the device is waterproof and heat resistant. So very safely, without putting an enclosure or case, we can basically keep these devices, mount these devices on poles or on buildings, and this can be exposed to the weather outside. All the advanced Wi-Fi security features are supported on this device, and this device can also be configured as a controller. IP66 is a standard for weatherproofing, and this particular long-range wireless access point supports IP66 standard. So here is an example of the 7600LR mounted on a pole. So this comes with necessary clamps and accessories, which partners and customers can use to basically mount it. GWN 7000, like I spoke to initially, is our enterprise multi-WAN gigabit VPN router. So there are 7 physical interfaces on this router. So 2 are for WAN purposes and 5 are for LAN purposes. This is a powerful, it looks small, but it is very, very powerful. It basically supports VPN. So, why is VPN required? So when you use point-to-point tunneling, where customers can extend, their corporate network over public internet. So PPTP is a common standard when people use for VPN and tunneling. So this particular device supports PPTP. It also supports L2TP. So what does L2TP do? It does something similar to what PPTP does. The basic function of L2TP is to support tunneling. Now this particular WAN router can actually control up to 300 Grandstream access points. So we see today in many scenarios, in many government related RFPs, that there are always requirements for access point and controllers. So from Grandstream side, we comply to these requirements 100% because this particular device can be used as a controller to control access points. Furthermore, this device does load balancing, and it supports failover. Like the other devices that I mentioned to you earlier, the access point devices, this also has a centralized web interface, and we can do provisioning to the entire network through this particular device. So Grandstream has taken care that all their devices must be easy to use, be it a partner or be it an end customer. It should be very easy to use and manage. So that also comes up here. It can support 1 million packets per second routing and 10 Gbps of aggregate switching power. So very, very powerful. You can also do peripheral support through the USB ports that are available on this particular device. Now we get into the deployment scenarios of the Grandstream access points and the router. I would request my colleague Raghavendra to join me and run through the next couple of slides describing the deployment scenarios. Both of us will be available at the end of this webinar to take your questions. Thank you.
Hello everyone, good afternoon. So, what you're saying currently, we'll talk about deployment scenarios about access points. So, how the access points can be deployed in different scenarios. This is one of the example like captive portal. This also supports captive portal so that in public places like any malls, public private areas wherein you give up limited access to whoever walks in there, uh, that sort of areas where we can deploy these access points and given access to temporary basis, not on permanent basis. So it's very easy to manage all these kind of scenarios. Uh, Next to that is like hospitality industry, wherein hotels like a guest comes into the premises and be there for some time, and after their work they move on. So you can have a given access to them as a guest logins and managed very well through the GUI of the access points. So even this scenario can be like hospitals where nowadays all hospitals are highly equipped equipments and well designed network scenarios where we can deploy these access points, and the customer like patient relatives who are staying with them, they need to have some internet access, or the patient itself need to have do their office work in some time, so they can be given access through the guest login or captive portal, making use of these features. So this is the one of the scenario where we can deploy GWN router, where it can be point to point using a VPN, and then you can extend your network from one location to another location. The same, all the access points are managed through the same router, so that it is easy to manage your complete network, even though it is through VPN, your point to point sites. So this is the outdoor access point deployment scenario where multiple GWN LR are covered in the entire area. It supports up to 2 soccer field length. I mean, it's very large area to cover in public and private places where employees and guests can be make use of it. Like Infosys kind of companies, with they have huge area spread out in the campus. So even this can be used in the college areas, educational institutions, education institutions, and many more. These kind of scenarios can be deployed outdoor LRs. This is a slide where we can see how totally Grandstream solution can be pitched in for small offices. Like being from start from PBX, your extensions, IP phone endpoints, your door video phones, door entry, and your surveillance, your video conferencing solution, your network access point, everything can be fit into it's very suitable solution for small office kind of scenarios, wherein one point solution from Grandstream can be implemented completely. So here is one more scenario where multiple branches can be connected using a Grandstream products, complete solution like end-to-end head office, branch office, can be connected using all the devices, and also you can have a video conferencing solutions using IP VideoTalk from branch to branch, branch to head office, many more. So this is what today we intend to do a networking, you know, solution, how our Grandstream APs and network router can be made make use of it. So in a couple of minutes, we'll be you know going through your all queries and we'll respond to your queries. Uh, yeah, you can. To the personalized access, uh, it should be a possible. We'll confirm you on the email.
Here. So you want a copy of this presentation. You missed bits and you missed parts of this particular presentation. So no problem. We will share it with you. We have your email ID and we will send it to your email ID. We are open to questions. So we request the attendees to raise any questions that they have. We'll be happy to answer them. So if there are no more questions, then we would like to how easy or difficult it is to set personalized website access in the controller.
Yeah, well, if you know the MAC address of the mobile, definitely you can block it. So that the internet will be, blocked to that particular complete access is blocked to that mobile.
So, if you find any requirements of Ubiquiti, D-Link, Netgear, or Aruba wireless access point as your competition, I would request all of you to get back to us. We have the Grandstream solution, which can be not only technically equivalent to them, in certain cases superior, I should say, but also very, very cost effective. So these are the access points which we can compete with in the Indian market: Ubiquiti, D-Link, Netgear, Aruba.
So if there are no more questions, we'd like to thank everyone for joining today's webinar. You can reach us on our emails. Definitely, we'll revert back to you with your queries and all the supports. Thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Ashutosh Pachauri, definitely the Grandstream access points are competitively priced. And if you have a requirement right now, we will be happy to talk to you. We can talk to you from Bangalore, and we can also have our regional teams connected with your sales teams, as that they are familiar with the Grandstream wireless and networking range of products. Thank you. Your question is whether there is a OTP verify system and can you monitor them on the network? From our understanding, I think this is a application related, feature. Uh, as far as our access points are concerned, they are independent of this particular, feature. So if the application supports it, then our access point will also definitely support. So many of our, you know, long-standing and loyal partners have connected to this webinar today. Wish to take certain names on a personal level, and for asking questions, thank you. Anand Rohila from VP Inc., Mr. Ashutosh Pachori, Mr. Gautam Sharma. Nice to see Hiren Gada also on this webinar. Nice to see Jyoti Prakash Rohila also from VP Inc., Mr. Rajesh Ravindran, and many others. Thank you so much.